According to Russian customs data, the Financial Times has revealed a noteworthy fact. As of July 2022, Russia's reliance on CNC machine tools is increasing. While China's CNC machine tools still contribute to Russia's national economic production, they are primarily aimed at the low-end market and are typically used in general mechanical processing and automobile production. China's CNC products accounted for 57% of Russia's total imports, or $120 million, a significant increase from the pre-war amount of $6.5 million. Despite the notable rise in Chinese CNC machine tool exports, the CNCs have also been a target of international sanctions since they partially support Russian military operations. Russian defense industries continue to have doubts about the quality of their products, preferring precision equipment from Germany and Japan. For example, Aeroson, a company making the Lancet drone for the Russian military, uses only Western precision machine tools in its production process rather than Chinese CNC machine tools. Moreover, CFG, a Russian importer of CNC equipment sanctioned by the U.S., supplies the defense industry with precision machine tools, but only imports a small quantity from China. The Financial Times' current revelation of this information may be setting the stage for the impending imposition of severe penalties on the Chinese financial sector. The international community had previously refrained from imposing financial sanctions on Chinese companies that supported Russia. However, given the current state of affairs, the United States and other nations may now determine that it is the appropriate time to adopt tougher sanctions as the withdrawal of global financial capital from China approaches completion in Russia. Precision metalworking is essential to the development of sophisticated weapons like intercontinental ballistic missiles, and the United States allies dominate the supply chain for these CNC equipment. For the production of weapons, Russia has relied nearly solely on equipment reported from U.S. partners between 2003 and 2023. The majority of the computer controls and hard alloy instruments used by the Keenan Machine Construction Company, which manufactures anti-aircraft missiles, are imported from the West. Precision, Czech Republic-made Varnsdorf built the mechanical apparatus used in the assembly of the S-300. Parts made by Western CNC machines are more efficient and reliable than those from China. Russians have a strong preference for Western German and Japanese goods and are hesitant to use Chinese alternatives. Russian CNC industry specialists observe that Chinese machine tools are not as precise, accurate, or long-lasting as German and Japanese brands, and they do not match the demands of the military-industrial sector. German and Japanese machinery may work around the clock, but Chinese machine tools must be turned off after a few hours of use. Chinese machine tools have difficulty manufacturing complicated surfaces, such as automobile exteriors, and can process 1 part per second compared to 1.5 seconds for Western machines. Additionally, Germany and Japan are major importers of control systems, one of the essential components of China's expensive CNC machine tools. Chinese-made CNC machine tools and equipment, in the opinion of a Russian blogger, are currently inferior to Western products in terms of quality and technology, and there are no immediate plans to close this gap. For instance, in the area of precision laser cutting machines, even though Chinese products may produce stronger lasers, when it comes to very precise cutting duties, Russia typically goes with the superior German Trump brand. China's limits in material science have resulted in a lower technological level in its CNC tools. For instance, the country still depends on imports for the production of high-speed train axles and aviation engines, and its CNC tools are of poor quality and durability for practical usage. Russia has unintentionally achieved the goal of U.S. government sanctions by purchasing lower-quality goods and spending more money on repairs, since it must constantly replace and repair them. The purpose of the sanctions is to force Russia to spend more money on inferior goods. Some of Russia's imported CNC machine tools have been remotely locked, causing some factories to halt operations. In fact, Japanese manufacturers have already implemented remote shutdown controls on CNC machine tools in Russia since April. The internationally renowned machine tool manufacturer DMG Mori started sending notices to its customers in late March 2023, requiring the installation of a remote management system to monitor the location and usage of its machine tools. Despite these obstacles, Russia still makes an effort to import CNC machine tools from Germany and Japan. Exports of German and Japanese brands to Russia are significant, making up nearly 1/4 of the total. It has been reported that over 700 Russian-made missiles have been produced since the start of the war, and these Western-branded machine tools are primarily flown in from Europe via Eurasian Economic Union members like Armenia, Tajikistan, Georgia, and Kazakhstan. Western machine tools are transported across the Eurasian Economic Union thanks to internal free trade and people movement. Additionally, Russia is buying Japanese CNC machine tools that are available in Turkey, Kazakhstan, and China. However, there is uncertainty about Russia's continued access to these high-end machine tools due to the possibility of further sanctions from the US and the possibility of further disengagement from Russia by the Western world. As a backup plan to deal with potential supply interruptions, Russia has started importing a large number of machine tools from China because these tools are large pieces of equipment that are difficult for private companies to export from China to Russia. Decisions at the national level are typically involved in the export of such equipment from China, particularly for businesses that are closely associated with the Chinese military. Wuhan's numerical control is one example of this. The United States imposed sanctions on the corporation between 2008 and 2010 for breaking regulations that forbade the sale of weaponry or equipment to Syria, North Korea, and Iran. Additionally, the business collaborates with Shenyang Aircraft Corporation, the firm that makes the J-35. Since Wuhan CNC is a significant supplier of domestic CNC systems to China's defense industry, the Chinese government actively encourages its export to Russia in order to bolster the business's financial performance and advance the independence of the machine tool sector. These businesses concentrate on developing in Russia's Belt and Road countries and are unaffected by Western sanctions. The discovery of numerous Chinese-made weapons in Gaza that are equipped for military use and not available on the black market is another significant event that may signal the start of international financial sanctions against China. Recently, the Israel Defense Forces launched an investigation into the use of Chinese-made weapons by Hamas militants, and the results are no longer just a baseless rumor, but rather a reality supported by credible evidence. According to Lud Media, recent reports indicate that Hamas leader Mohammad Deif has direct communication with Xi Jinping's office and receives full support from the Chinese Communist Party. It's said that China supplies all of Hamas's weaponry, combat tactics, organizational structures, and funding. These supplies are typically given to Palestine under the pretense of aid, and in order to avoid inspection, weapons and ammunition are disassembled into different parts and passed off as humanitarian aid. Assistance supplies, including food, medicine, and sugar. The armaments that were taken in include enough submachine guns and grenade launchers to outfit an entire corps. The quantity of ammo collected approaches millions, even tens of millions, of bullets and several million RPG rounds, which are nearly impossible to obtain on the black market. Considering that Hamas only has roughly 30,000 troops, this is equivalent to a whole corps. An Israeli spokesperson cited intelligence to express surprise at the discovery of numerous Chinese weapons. These weapons and communication technologies are described as top-notch, including very advanced explosives and in huge quantities. The Israeli government has expressed deep concern about these situations and is looking into how these weapons and military equipment ended up in the hands of Hamas. The so-called advanced explosives have a very special formula that only the United States, Russia, and China can replicate, far beyond the capabilities of Middle Eastern terrorist groups. This explosive is extremely efficient, producing a huge explosive effect even in small quantities, second only to nuclear bombs. It is claimed that China created this explosive by stealing American technology. The media obtained this information from inside the Chinese Communist Party. High-grade explosives manufacture is extremely complicated and usually cannot be completed without specialist tools and sophisticated separation technologies. Nanjing University of Technology and Science, formerly a member of the PLA Military Academy's Artillery Engineering Department, is well known for its proficiency in explosives and propellant research, but it has also been subject to U.S. sanctions. The secret to these explosives is that their activators and stabilizers are packaged separately, making them undetectable even by skilled sniffer dogs. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, then don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you want to stay updated with more great content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and just ringing the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world to us.